Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
Japa, a Yoruba word for to run, flee, or escape, has become a buzzword for the aspiration that young Nigerians have to leave the country and migrate elsewhere to seek greener pastures, even made popular by an Afrobeat song with the same title.
Japa, Japa, Japa,
Many youth believe that it is a response to the leadership failure across decades and government, both the civilian and military. Nigeria has a population of over 200 million people, most of whom are youth. According to the Census Bureau of the United States, Nigeria's population will surpass that of the United States in 2047. It is pleasing that Nigeria as a nation is regarded as a giant of Africa and as the most populous country in Africa. But the question is, why is Nigeria faced with mass immigration? Femi Oludare is a Nigerian who disclosed that in few days he is going to be out of the country seeking a greener pasture, although he plans to come back and invest in the agricultural sector in the nearest future.
There are a lot of reasons why people are traveling. People travel on purpose for education, people travel out of frustration, and because looking at the system we have here, the system we have is not really encouraging the youth. So people find reasons to leave the country. But for some of us, we are going on purpose to be a better person so that we can come back and come and invest on this ground, because there are still several opportunities, there are still several resources here.
For Olamide Akinlabi, she and many others were disappointed at the outcome of the last presidential election, and it got her so depressed that all that is running through her mind right now is for her to go to another country and start a new life.
I believe we practice democracy, the act of vote and be voted for. So I believed a lot of youth actually came out on that election day to go and vote for the right candidates they believed should be in the position. But at the long run, the vote didn't count to me. Yes, it didn't count, and that has bring a lot of depression to the youth generally. So, when your votes don't count in your country, then what other things could count?
Although Kudus Balogun in his submission thinks Nigeria has a system good enough, but with not too many opportunities, which he feels is not okay for the national development. He hopes to seek for greener pastures and come back to invest in his country, Nigeria.
It's only good when you have the intention of going there to gain skills and exposure to be able to come back and impact in our national development. But other than that, most people now go with the intention of going there to stay, live, and forget about Nigeria totally, and I feel that's bad. So my own idea behind it is, it's not like the Nigerian system is not good enough or is not up to standard, but the opportunities available cannot go round, and I feel that's like an impediment to our national development. So if an avenue is there for me to go, learn, develop, then come back, I'll be willing to.
A Nigerian, Tumishe Ayodele, who is based in the United Kingdom, suggested that Nigerians in diaspora or aspiring diasporans should look for a way to invest in their home country. That way, the issue of brain drain would be resolved.
Everybody is moving, they are leaving, the environment, they are going out of the country. Now, what we're trying to do in essence is, when you look at even the GDP of Nigeria, what we repatriate in terms of money from abroad, to Nigeria is way more than any other aspect of the sector. So we started working together as community over there now on see how we can look at 2 to 3% more from our income. Now, when we repatriate them, those money that are repatriated are for economics, that are for people to say, oh, I want to buy shoes, I want to pay my house rent. So we're looking at proper investment now, So that's the only way I think in the short term the Nigerian youth can actually turn things around. But in terms of people living, and the caliber of persons there, I would say yes, it looks like a real brain drain, but we can only just do better to see how we could turn that drain into gain. But of course, the situation is not helping for now.
Today, millions of ethnic Nigerians live abroad. The largest communities can be found in the United Kingdom. Olayinka Ale, Western Spring Television News.